Oh, hey everyone. This is Cool Kid here, and we're doing another one of my Attack on Titan chapter reviews. We're doing Attack on Titan chapter 130 review. But before we get into that, I'd just like to say, when I originally, planned this video, I actually wanted to do a skit that I thought of in between chapter 129 and 130. It was just a little mini funeral for Keith and Margith. While I did kind of like the skit, I don't know if people would be kind of into it. So what I've just decided is, after I upload this video, I'll upload the skit as a separate video in the iCard, and you guys can tell me if I should put skits in these videos or not. I kind of wanted it to be up to the audience, and plus, I think in this skit I actually forgot to change out my wall scroll, but maybe the Soul King Brook wall scroll actually fits better. Yo ho ho ho! But that'll be in the iCard, and I guess I'll talk about this soon as this video done, and whenever the chapter for the next One Piece chapter comes out, I'll do that. So yeah, and also, not gonna lie, I actually looked at the spoilers this week, and oh my god, what if the spoilers are true? I think the next chapter of One Piece is pretty game changing. Like this one. I think this one is kind of a, well, not exactly game changing, but a big reveals with this chapter of Attack on Titan. But I guess it's a good point to actually start on the review. So chapter 130, it starts off with how our main group of characters are on the boat, and basically starts with them, or specifically Hunch, telling everyone that, the route that I and Margith decided to use, there wasn't really any other option, and to save Libero, it's just isn't an option. So yeah, this chapter basically says, hey, you know that thing we've been trying to do in the last couple of chapters? Yeah, it is impossible. Yeah, and then you get to see Annie's, Reiner, Peck, and Gabby's faces, and they're just like distraught and heartbroken and sad. And I guess I should mention we don't see Falco, but I think that's just due to he wasn't in his time form like a chapter ago, and he expended all his energy. So I'm sure he'll have the same expression as soon as he learns about this. But they just honestly look completely heartbroken, especially Annie, who remember for like the last couple of chapter, her whole driving goal was, okay, I'm doing this to save my dad, and it's basically at the beginning of this chapter, it's basically told to her, yeah, you can't change that. He's going to die no matter what. And we do get to see Reiner, and he thinks about his family. Well, okay, they might have not been the greatest, but he still thought about them. So that's good for him. But then we go with Annie, who basically just does what I said earlier. Like, there's really no point in me staying here if my father is going to die no matter what. I'm just leaving. And Hanj tells Annie and the rest of the group that basically, even if I stand my ground, the destruction of Marley is just inevitable, and even Margith knew that, but he did what he did to save us all, give us a fighting chance. Just because Marley is doomed, that doesn't mean we get to stop. There's tons of other people that are completely unknown to this. It's all about risking your lives to save, people that you don't know than just the ones that you know. And he continues with her being like, well, I got one question. Go back. If I tried to kill Eran, would you stand in the way? And but the thing that she says, I guess, I don't know, some people might not be shocked by it, but it definitely I was kind of a little surprised by when I first stand by it. And she just says, you know what, I'm just done with all this fighting. Me, you, which I think she's talking about Annie, and all the rest of you guys. I know you don't want to kill Eran, and that actually kind of surprised me. It's like it just by saying what she said, it just doesn't imply I guess the Cervic Corps, but also Annie herself that she doesn't want to kill Eran, which kind of shook me. And I mean, I know people are going to phrase this in a different way, like, Annie is in love with Eran or something, and I don't think that. What I think she's basically saying is, you know what, I've given enough. If my dad dies, what is there any point of me trying to live? I'm just done with all this fight. I don't even have it in me or any rage to even kill Eran. I have none of that. And I really think that's what Annie is basically saying. But hey, you think whatever you want to think. Then the next page goes into a shot of the boat. Then the next shot zooms out to a bird. And then goes to the horizon. And then we get this little, mini, flashback that's told through Eran's perspective. And basically, this flashback is just, filling us all the answers that, not all the answers, but some of the, answers that we've been kind of asking ourselves, or, what's been happening in between the time skip. So it basically starts off with Yelena and Eran talking, and basically Yelena tells the whole euthanation plan that Zeke has. So Eran pretends to agree with Yelena and Zeke's plan, and then we get to Eran and Flock, who Eran basically says, I'll follow Zeke's plan to only pretend that I'm following that plan, okay? So, this kind of surprised me, because it's like, freaking Flock, basically, knew about, the whole, this whole plan that I was going to do with Zeke. It's actually just a complete betrayal, and, from the sound of this chapter, it's he just knows about it. So I'm just surprised that Flock, followed the plan completely, and I'm surprised Eran has that much faith in him. And to be honest, what we've seen in the latest chapters with Flock, he is totally up for it. So I don't know what exactly happened, in between the time skip that that made Eran and Flock, kind of agreeable with each other. But hey, and then we go to Eran in Historia. Yes, Historia. And to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I actually kind of forgot about Historia. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, but it has been genuinely, I would say, for this manga, quite a while since we've seen Historia, because I think the last time we saw her in the manga, I might be getting this wrong, but it was, her pregnant at that farm, and way where and it was the whole big mystery of who was she pregnant with, whose kid is it. So that was a big mystery for a long time, and I actually almost forgot about that. But hey, at least I didn't completely forget about her. So yeah, basically Eran tells her that the MPs are planning to feed Zeke to her as soon as he lands on ground, and he basically tells her, well, you can either run far away or hide. Historia's like, well, I knew I wasn't put here just to take care of cows, but I don't think I'm going to run or hide. If it is the most effective way of protecting this island, then I'll do it. And Eran's like, well, Eran's viewpoint is basically him saying, well, even if it's the only way, but due to the gratitude, the way I was moved thanks to you, I just can't do that. Even if you're just fine with it, I'm not. And then it transitions to, we're back with Eran and Flock, and basically Eran's like, okay, Flock, I'm going to tell you what's my real plan. I'm basically going to destroy the world. Yeah, everything outside of paradise is going to be completely just destroyed, and that's my whole plan. And freaking, in the shot, it looks like Flock is surprised to hear about it, but I'm really like it's really surprising still that Eran has so much faith in Flock, and I don't know, like even thinking about Flock, why, I don't know, just generally stuff we don't really know about, but hey, Eran just has that much faith, and he hasn't been proven wrong in Flock's faith in Eran. So then we go back to Eran and Historia, and Historia is basically like, well, that's just wrong. Killing so many people, that there are tons of innocents that are completely not even aware of this. Like people like your mother, they're just unaware of these deaths. And Eran's viewpoint is, well, I'm aware of that. The only way to just destroy this hatred of Eldians is to basically destroy everything outside of the island. I mean, from this chapter, it really doesn't seem like, I don't know, Eran's like, oh yes, I'm going to do some split reversal shit, okay, I know I haven't seen Code Geass, but I hear people say Code Geass's ending is where, I don't know, Lelouch, or whatever the main character's name is, he, becomes all evil to only, I guess, die, so the whole world is in peace. From this chapter, it really doesn't seem like that. It seems like Eran's whole goal is, well, the only way that I know how to stop this is to, destroy everyone outside the islands, and this is the only thing I can do. So, that's at least, a better grip on Eran, because he was, ever since, he's got the new founding time powers unleashed, the giant wall tie-ins, he's been kind of like a mystery. And to be honest, since the time skip, a lot of people kind of had a harder time reading him. But let me continue. Historia's like, well, you'll live with this guilt for the rest of your life. Are you sure you can live with that? And Eran's like, well, I can live with it, but if you can't, when I can just manipulate your memories with the founding time powers. But if you stay still, because you saved me. I was saved by the worst girl in the world. And then we go with Eran and Zeke. I think this is, sometime when Eran was pretending to, be some sick, injured person. Remember that at the beginning of the time skip? And basically, Zeke tells Eran, this stuff about, when Ackermans, were awakened into their instincts, they protect the host, and that kind of stuff that we got from Eran, and we were confronting Eran, and Eran told the whole thing about Mikasa, but the Zeke's like, well, that Ackerman girl you mentioned, how you keep saying that she keeps, protecting you and has a motivation for you. I believe the reason why she follows you through no matter what is not because of her Ackerman blood or her instincts. It's because she loves you. So basically, Eran literally got told in his face that, yeah, Mikasa loves you, and that's why the reason she's following you no matter what. And Eran just basically tells her, yeah, everything you do, it's because of your Ackerman blood. You're just a slave to your bloodline. It, that even though people, honestly, I don't know how I feel about Eran about this, because I don't know, I'm not going to lie if to say I feel Eran's more scummier than he already is, but it doesn't help your case if, ever since the time skip, you really kind of just, I don't know. Then next scene, with this, this next scene on the next page, it's kind of weird because it's got just one panel of Historia, which I think, what he's talking about on this page is to Historia, but all the other panels are just basically showing him how he looked all injured, at the beginning of the time skip, how he chopped off his leg and drilled his eye out. But from what he's saying to Historia is that honestly, I can only live to 4 years now, and how about I bear a child? So yeah, I think at this point, I know there will be some people to deny this, but I think it's just straight up concrete told us Eran is the baby's dad. Yay. Yay, Historia. We finally find out who the baby dad is, and oh my god, it has been quite a while since that. And to be honest, I think at the time, I wasn't even really sure who it would have been, but oh my god, and well, okay, it might be that you remember a couple chapters ago with the whole, I thought at the time was just a dream sequence for Jean and him marrying possibly Mikasa. Well, guys, I think that might be the future. Oh god, people are going to be hating on me on that. But he basically continues saying to Historia, well, when I die, their lives will continue on, at least. Hope will continually live peacefully, continually. And I guess this end of this flashback ends with the bird that we saw earlier flying off to the horizon, and in the corner we got an image of I believe this was if you remember, just before the Survey Corps went to Eran's home, and they fought the Beast Titan, the Card Titan, and armor titan and the rest of them. You know how they had that like big dinner meal. I think that's what it's being shown right here. I believe that's what it is because I'm pretty sure of it. But next page we continue with the bird flying, and it's just a bunch a bunch of ships, and basically on one of the ships we just hear from I don't know, one of the captains or something being basically like, the World Union fleets, we've gathered the world's largest cannons here. Humanity's last hopes are, heading towards the same goal, which, okay, I'm going to be honest, I'm actually it's not that I'm actually kind of surprised. I was actually going to think that they were completely kind of unaware of this until it reaches there. But think about it more now. I'm like, wait, those wall tines release just like a shit ton of steam. So how would it not be noticeable? Okay, but continuing on, let's see. The humanity's last hope are sharing a goal, and if we are unable to stop this, humanity will cease to exist. And then the next shot is, on one side, just a bunch of steam just being released out, and another shot of, all the ships they have gathered. And then the ships basically just, bombard the, I guess at this point, they don't even see the big wall tines. It's just all covered in steam, and they're just firing non-stop at it. And we get to see I do kind of find this funny that they're swimming. I was like, to be honest, when I said a couple chapters ago, I'm like, what, are they floating? Are they just walking underwater? But no, they are just literally like paddling there. So I find that kind of funny. But they continue firing. Then they stop at a moment when, oh my god, I freaking love this shot. Like, I love this. I just love where it's literally, you got one ship, and below it, it's just a big shadow wall tine under them. And then we see from a port side view, basically just a bunch of steam and shadows of the giant wall tines coming toward us. God, I'm being honest, I really can't wait for this to be animated. Oh my god, this is so cool. Then next shot is just literally, you see just the wall tines walking, and and they're just like knocking out the ships like it's nothing. And looking at this shot, I don't even think the cannons even did anything. The shot I'm looking at with all the wall tines, they haven't even looked injured at all. So the cannons really did anything. And then next shot is just the I guess ground forces on the port. They shoot at them, it doesn't work, and they realize, oh shit, you know what, screw this, I'm not dying here tonight, I'm running away. So yeah, they just freaking book it. And I'm sorry, I forgot about you, Ava. Well, don't worry, you'll still be in the video. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, they freaking book it. They just run away. In the next shot is just from port. The next shot is literally from, I guess, higher ground, seeing the port, then seeing the giant wall tines, and seeing the goddamn giant dinosaur. What the fuck is that? To be honest, the first time I saw this chapter, I was like, what the is that? And like Aaron's new attack time form thing, I have no idea what it is, but hey, we can do a size comparison. Thank God I got all these Transformers and Hot Wheels. But okay, imagine this Hot Wheel. Okay, this is the Wall Times, and this is Aaron's new attack time form. That is like, Eran is freaking humongous. I have no doubt about about Eran being definitely way bigger than the Colossal Titan, because I think the Colossal Titan, if I'm right, is actually a little bit taller than the the Wall Titans that we see, because the Wall Titans are the size of the wall. The Colossal Titan, I think, is just big enough to just reach over it. So there's that. But freaking Eran, I am for the aesthetic, because I'm looking at this, because where's when we saw it, I thought it was for the dinosaur like everyone else, but I don't know, like I guess he's, from how it looks, it almost looks like he's walking on a rib cage, and it gets even weirder where at end point it's like the half of like a, I guess, giant humanoid body is attached to it. I have no idea. This thing is just creepy as all hell, but you know what? I'll still use the whole phrase of the it's a goddamn giant dinosaur. I'll still use that. But yeah. Let's see. The soldiers are like, that guy has to be the attack time form. Which another thing I find interesting is, like, from the way it looks almost like completely bony. Like it looks just bones, except for its face, where like it looks like it just has skin and hair on its face, but everywhere else is just completely bones. So there's that, and basically the chapter ends with a little flashback of Aaron's mom gets in, and the narrator's like, ever since that day, he kept moving forward without stopping once. Chapter ends with just a top-down view shot of all of the wall tie-ins with the steam coming out, and the background, the freaking giant Eran Titan thing, which I don't know about this for sure, but I did hear people online say that, especially with this last shot, it almost looks like Aaron's Titan form actually kind of expands, outwards out of the panel, like almost like a, if it's like, where we originally saw the Titan at first, maybe it extends back to there. So that would be just like a crazy thought, but I have no idea what's up with this Titan. This is crazy, dude. I'm not going to lie, if I had to say, I freaking love this chapter, with everything, especially at the end, where this chapter is basically, both at the beginning, where it's like, yeah, you can't stop all this death, you can't do that. And at the end of the chapter, like, yeah, you think our main characters are going to be able to do it? Well, they can't. It's just not going to happen. And it's like, you ask yourself while reading this, how the hell are our characters even going to do this? Like, I don't even know. And I guess I'll talk about my opinions about where the manga is going to end. I think definitively at this point, I can say definitively, we're not going to go past chapter 140, because I think if for this year, because I think it was said you want to try to end the manga this year, and with that there was on, I think it was Twitter or an interview or something, where he would try to end it this year, and even if we include that month break, because that there's the virus and they delayed the magazine a month, so that would make this 6. At most, we got 6 chapters left if we want to end it this year plus 1. So, honestly, chapter 135 probably would be, probably a good place to end. And, that would end at the end of, I guess, that would end around Christmas. God. Huh. By that I would not guess this manga. I would have gone to see this manga, another Christmas. Because I think when I did I don't know, man. Just whatever, happens with the manga, but I just can't wait for it. And, there's just a lot of stuff we could talk about, like, the whole situations with, the whole reveals that Eran gave out, and, our lost faith with our other characters. It's just a lot. I want to say more, but I think I'm like, have you ever read a chapter and being like, dude, I just want to talk about this forever, but at the same time, I'm just completely speechless. And that's what this chapter makes me feel. It's just one of those chapters that make you speechless, and even if, especially since we got told again in the chapter that, like the entirety, almost the entirety of Marley just might as well be destroyed. So that's insane, because I really honestly thought our characters were going to be like the city of Libro. It's going to get like mostly destroyed, but our character's going to stop it at that point. But yeah, there's like going to be just a lot of destruction in the city, and I think I want to end this. What's the time? Yeah. But I think this is a good place to end this chapter review. God, I don't know. I do feel like, because I feel like even with everything, our main group of characters have, I don't even know if that's enough to defeat Eran. I mean, Zeke might be our Trump in this thing, and I don't even know that's a surefire thing. And I think we gotta ask ourselves the question here at this point: do you think Eran will succeed and destroy everything on the outside, or will he, still destroy a bunch but ultimately fail? I have no idea where this is going, but I'd like to hear your opinions about that. And I guess I'll ask, do you want me to do discussion videos on Attack on Titan? Because I do like doing these chapter reviews, but you can, tell me if you want me to do stuff about Attack on Titan, or, discussion about that or whatever. I would be cool with that. Like, I don't know. Like I think I could discuss about theories on what the hell does Eran's got in his new arsenal with his new his Attack Titan form. I could probably do that, or other things. So, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time when, destruction is inevitable. See you later. Actually, I like how that ended.